Sarveshwara. Yes, great friends. Welcome you all. Hearty gratitudes for giving me this opportunity and delight every day with your wonderful presence. Congratulations that you are able to maintain this regularity, sincerity. Thus, you are mastering your own mind intellect to apply it to something useful, substantial on a regular basis. Everybody can do once in a while, but the ability to do every day consistently is not a mean achievement, it's a great achievement. For that, my congratulations to you and happiness also. Then commit for this to be continuous in this. Let nothing distract us, at least till the last shloka of Bhagavad Gita is studied by us, as we will be seeing the 40th mantra today. So we are left with 38 more mantras. And wish and pray this knowledge is practically used by you for your own life's beautification and life's joy. Friends, like every day, today too, let us commit for doing our six things. First one, the common sense thought, followed by Sankalpa, followed by Sahana Bhavatu, followed by Rigveda Parayanam. Then we'll have our Gita, 18th chapter studied. Towards the end, we'll have our Sri Ramacharita Manasa, all 10, 10, 15, 15 minutes. Right, friends? So, in today's common sense thought, we will focus on two things, right? Just two things. First thing is what? Ki one day, let us say now the time is around 2 p.m. Tomorrow 2 p.m. 24 घंटों में can we be intelligent? Point one. Can we be having the knowledge? Point two. Can we remember the knowledge? Point three. Can we implement the knowledge? Point four. For what? To see that we are not miserable by our mistakes and we are comfortable, peaceful by our doing things rightly. One day, if we can conquer, if we can master, if we can achieve, follow the same thing every day. So the every day becomes the misery less peaceful day. What you do, which professions you are, they're all secondary. But primarily, can we do this? Means what? The question is, do we have that knowledge to avoid the misery? Do you remember the knowledge to avoid the misery? Are you aware of that knowledge every moment? And are you using that knowledge to avoid that dukkha? Like in sixth chapter we saw, tam vidya dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga संगनितम. दुख संयोग से वियोग करना ही सबसे बड़ा योग. Gita we studied sixth chapter. That's what we are discussing. So few things we'll talk, five, six things. Key, remember, when the food is eaten less, that also there is misery. When the food is eaten more, then also there is a misery. Every day we go through that. See our ignorance or murkhata, exactly what amount gives me peace or happiness. The food we have not even decided now. तुम तो यंगस्टर तो लोग तो 70-80 साल हो जाता है फिर भी उनको आइडिया नहीं आता. Sometimes they become miserable by not eating or less eating. Many a time they become miserable by overeating only. So even at that basic thing also, we don't have correct assessment or knowledge and we invite our own misery. In the same way, the quality of the food also. Can we avoid becoming miserable today by avoiding the wrong quality food? Can we feel the joy, the peace, the contentment in by taking the correct food? That food which is qualitatively good, that the entire body is happy with that food, not only the tongue. Generally we try to make the tongue happy. In the bargain we trouble the entire inner system. And the tamasic rajasic food eaten, for the tongue it may be good, but for the entire body there are gas formation, there is a heat, there's some or the other indigestions. and we are miserable. That food which has to give us peace and happiness itself is the cause of dukkha to us. Then think how much intelligent we are. We think we are intelligent and we expect others to accept us. What a foolishness, isn't it? So think about it. Can I avoid becoming miserable today by these two means? Third one, every day we are miserable either because of less sleep, because when the sleep is lesser, there will be lot of headache, etc. And more sleep, there is drowsiness and lethargy. One day can we balance our sleeping hours, our eating hours, eating quantity, eating quality, avoid misery, feel joy inside. तो एक दिन भी हम ऐसा नहीं जीते हैं। देखो, तो इधर ज्ञान नहीं है या ज्ञान याद नहीं है और उसको हम यूज नहीं करते। In the same way, fourth point is our activities in the world. One day, no activity at all. So, full laziness. Other days, so much work, 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 exhausted fully. This is not the intelligent way of living, not a matured way of living at all. The right is that exactly this ना जितना काम एक दिन कर सकते हैं उतना ही करना, न ज्यादा न कम. Four things. So, food quantity, food quality, sleeping hours, and our outer activities. Four. Fifth one, can we avoid misery today throughout the day with the people by avoiding the wrong interactions? And people are there in the form of parents or children or brothers or sister, friends, etc. इतने लोग हैं. क्या मैं आज one day के लिए can I live with them without myself becoming miserable? How? When I do my duty, when I don't trouble them, then I will also be happy within myself. One day you try it and try to do it every day, then where is misery in life? Isn't it? This very crucial, important thing also we just neglect. And with people, so much reaction, so much quarrel, so much of negative feelings of jealousy, etc. Who is burning? My own heart is burning. My own mind is burning. I myself am becoming miserable. Isn't it? So one day, see to it that you don't become miserable with people. And people becoming miserable with you, it's not in your hands completely. Our job ends when we do our dharma towards people. Like I do my dharma to you of doing my work, of giving class. Then how do you receive it? How do you react to me? Even though I am giving this knowledge to make you happy, yet if you choose to become miserable, मैं क्या करूं? I can't do, na? So that's not all in our hands. But doing our dharma is in our hands. So let us find this way. Miseryless day, one day, happy. Five things. The last but not the least, the sixth one is what? Dekho. The life is dynamic. In the whole world, millions of jivas are doing millions of karma. And they have to get the karma phala. Sometime individualistic, sometime total. Therefore, to us, from the world, either from the world of people, from the world of other living beings, from the world of objects, from the world of nature, from the world of government, any type of inconveniences can come, any type of disturbances can come, any type of unexpected things can come. In spite of all of that, can we avoid misery? Is a bigger challenge than the other five, especially the youngsters who have the nature of getting reacted, becoming miserable. It's a bigger challenge for you, isn't it? You being youngsters, targeted by so many sources, and yourself are in yourself a type of reaction or restlessness. So parents will not give you pocket money. Can you still maintain miserylessness? And friends may not help you that day. Can you still maintain peace? They may even trouble you. Can you maintain that peace? The classes are heavy that day. Still, can you maintain peace? On the road, बाइक खराब हो गया, दूसरे ने ठोक दिया, किसी ने हंसी मजाक उड़ाया. In spite of all of that, can you be miseryless? That's the greatest challenge, isn't it? Because the world is not going to be convenient to us. We have to make it convenient. We cannot afford to become miserable or try to change the world for us. World will not change. It is for the total. It will be like that only. So sometimes heavy rains, sometimes it is so cold, sometimes it is too hot, sometimes traffic is jammed, sometimes there is bhukampa, sometimes there are floods. It goes on happening in the world. We have to know what we have to do it, and see to it that we are not bogged up by it. That's the challenge. If you are an office goer, that day if the boss mood is not good, for no reason he can scold you. No, if you become miserable and angry and मैं job छोड़ दूंगा, छोड़ो फिर, you will be बेरोजगार. So simple it is. The colleagues may be sometimes very annoying. Somebody may cheat us the money wise, otherwise. You have to be smart, intelligent to avoid it. But sometimes the other fellow is more smarter than you. You have to succumb. So while finding the solution, yet balancing your mind not to enter into the mode of misery. Can we do that? Think about it. One day, 24 hours, can we be in that mood? Sometimes food is late. Sometimes our choice of food may not come. Sometimes the bus is late. Sometimes the taxi wala asks you more money. Sometimes the sabji wala cheats you for 10 rupees. He gives you the wrong quality item. What is not possible in this today's world of utter selfishness and materialism, money mindedness? Everybody is looking for an opportunity to cheat. We are the victims of it, isn't it? We will give two fruits, proper ones, the other four are spoiled. You will know them when you come home. Know what reaction you can do, what fighting you can do at that time. Can you maintain the balance of mind, peace of mind, without getting into affected by it or miserable? That's the true challenge. That's the real challenge. We can't change the world, but we have to develop our strength, stamina, not to react, not to become miserable. Keep up that cheer, keep up that joy, keep up that enthu, keep up the inspiration. In this world, nobody is spared, irrespective of their money, irrespective of their position, etc. Everyone is troubled by the totality. In spite of that, if you can manage, you are the hero. It's in your hands. If you train yourself from now on, within few months or years, you can master it. Even God cannot disturb you. Just like now, even God cannot make you happy. So, first challenge today is, can you avoid becoming miserable? Maintain that inspired, peaceful, contented, joyful mood. Come what may. मजा आई कि नहीं? Today's one common sense thought is this. Second one is, just little bit come out of, let us say, laziness and selfishness, and start doing some beautiful thing called as seva. Wonderful it is. Seva is the one which gets us the meva. ఉన్నదా కొంచెం? కావాలది. వాడదాం ఎక్కడైనా. చెప్తా నీకు తర్వాత. లోపలనే గూట్లో కింద పెట్టు. కింద ఎక్కడ ప్లేస్ లేదా గూట్లో? ఉమ్. Seva gives us meva, we must understand it. The second point today, so little bit. I just say the service to the Lord. When your parents are doing some upasana at home, help them. Or go to a temple and help the priest pujari there. What beautiful thing it is. The very sublime, divine, most powerful and important, very necessary blessings will come to us, which really empower us. Take this very seriously. And a little bit of that service. So too little bit of service to the Mahatmas, to the masters, to the gurus. Can you do that? Hmm? Going out of your way a little bit. See that joy. How long? Mistrained and misguided, we live life only of selfishness and laziness. Selfishness and laziness. That won't help. We have to learn the art of serving. In the same way, can we serve our Sanatana Dharma In what way we can do? Hundreds and thousands of ways they are there and required also. And if not you, the youngsters, who else can do? Isn't it? Third one. And the fourth one is most important, which I love among all the things, serving our own scriptures. By studying them, by implementing them, by talking good about them, by doing prachara of them, by telling your friends, let us join Gita. Why don't you have 10 youngsters of you or even 5 of them sit together and study? What wrong in that? Isn't it? A beautiful book is studied and discussed, the matter is gathered. It's so healthy, so wonderful. So try to become more service oriented. Service to parents, service to brothers, sisters, that anyway you do. So, specially, I'm not mentioning that. I'm talking about the greater and higher services. Official service anyway you do, नहीं तो they'll kick you out of job. वो तो करोगे तुम, वो तो मजबूरी है. We are talking about these positive things. Two thoughts we have discussed. One is about avoiding misery. Second is about the service. Two are enough. More details of that you work out. Start getting more clear understanding and conviction, and be a wise person to live alive those convictions. मजा आएगा जिंदगी में. Right? Thank you. Om Parabrahmane Shruti Matre. ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृति पुराणे इतिहास संतवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषि मुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृते सांप्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपरादीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् सनातन धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं स सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां भूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रूणां शाश्वत रूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणात् आरभ्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सर्वेषां युवानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थम तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवत देवता गुरु शास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणां अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये शांति मंत्रोच्चारणं वेद पारायणं श्रीमद् भगवत गीता अष्टादशोध्यायस्य अध्ययनं श्री रामचरितमानस अंतर्गत सुंदरकांड अध्ययन द्वारा विजयरहस्यावगाहनं वयं सर्वे जन्मसाफल्यार्थं मोक्षार्थं भारतवर्षार्थं सनातनधर्मार्थं च करिष्यामहे। आदौ शान्तिमन्त्राः। Can we do our Shanti mantras? Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Let us do Vedic chanting better. 21 to 25 or 26. If they are small, more, big, less. ओम अथ वेदपारायणं ऋग्वेदः. ओम अथ पंचममण्डलम् एकविंशतितम अनुवाकात् आरभ्य 21st अनुवाक. ओम मनुष्वत्वानि धीमहि मनुष्वत्समि धीमहि अग्ने मनुष्वदङ्गिरो देवान् देवयते यज त्वं हि मानुषे जनेऽग्ने सुप्रीत इद्यसे सृजस्त्वायन्त्यानुषक् सुजात सर्पिरासुते त्वां विश्वे सजोषसो देवासो दूतमक्रत सपर्यन्तस्त्वाकवे यज्ञेषु देवमीडते देवं वो देवयज्ञयाग्निमीडित मीडितमर्त्यः समिद्ध शुक्रदीदिह्युतस्य योनिमासदः ससस्य योनिमासदः. 22 प्रविश्वसामन्नत्रिवदर्चापावकशोचिषे यो अध्वरेष्वीड्यो होता मन्द्रतमो विशि न्यग्निं जातवेदसन्ददाता देवमृत्विजं प्रयज्ञ एत्वानुषगद्या देवव्यचस्तमः चिकित्विन्मनसन्त्वा देवं मर्तास ऊतये वरेण्यस्य ते वस इयानासो अमन्महि अग्ने चिकिद्यस्य न इदं वच सहस्य तन्त्वा सुशिप्रदं पते स्तोमैर्वर्धन्त्यत्र योगीर्भिः शुम्भन्त्यत्रयः. 23 अग्ने सहन्तमाभरद्युम्नस्य प्रासहारयिं विश्वायश्चर्षणीरभ्यासा वाजेषु सा सहत तमग्ने पृतनाशहं रयिं सहस्व आभर त्वं हि सत्यो अद्भुतो दाता वाजस्य गोमतः विश्वे हि त्वा सजोषसो जनासो वृक्तबर्हिषः होतारं सद्मसुप्रियं व्यन्ति वार्या पुरो सहिष्मा विश्वचर्षणिरभि माति सहोदधे अग्न एषु क्षयेष्वारेवन्नः शुक्रदीदिः द्युमत्पावकदीदिः. 24 अग्ने त्वन्नो अन्तम उतत्राता शिवो भवावरूध्यः वसुरग्निर्वसुश्रवा अच्छानक्षिद्युमत्तमं रयिन्दाः स नो बोधिश्रुति हवमुरुष्याणो अगायतः समस्मात् तन्त्वा शोचिष्टदीदिव सुम्नाय नूनमीमहे सखिभ्यः अच्छावो अग्निममसे देवं गासि स नो वसुः रासत्पुत्रऋषूणामृता वा पर्षति द्विषः स हि सत्योऽयं पूर्वे चिद्देवासश्चिद्यमीधिरे होतारं मन्द्रजिह्वमित्सु दीतिभिर्विभावसुं स नो धीते वरिष्ठया श्रेष्ठया च सुमत्या अग्ने रायो दिदीहिनः सुवृक्तिभिर्वरेण्य अग्निर्देवेषु राजत्यग्निर्मर्तेष्वाविशन् अग्निर्नो हव्यवाहनोऽग्निं धीभिः सपर्यन्त अग्निस्तु विश्रवस्तमं तु विब्रह्माणमुत्तमम् अतोर्तं श्रावयत्पतिं पुत्रं ददाति दाशुषे अग्निर्ददाति सत्पतिं सासाहयो युधानृभिः अग्निरत्यं रघुष्यदं जेतारमपराजितं यद्वाहिष्टं तदग्नये बृहदर्च विभावसो महिषीवत्व द्रयिस्त्वद्वाजा उदीरते तवद्युमन्तो अर्चयो ग्रावे वोच्यते बृहत् उतो ते तस्य तन्यतुर्यथा स्वानो आर्तत्मना दिवः एवा अग्निं वसूयवः सहसानं ववन्दिम स नो विश्वा अतिद्विष पर्षन्नावेव सुक्रतुः 26 अग्ने पावक रोचिषा मन्द्रया देव जिह्वया आ देवान् वक्षि च तन्त्वा कृतस्नवीमहे चित्रभानो स्वर्दृशं देवा आवीतये वः वीतिहोत्रन्त्वा कवेद्युमन्तं समिधीमहि अग्ने बृहन्तमध्वरे अग्ने विश्वेभिरागहि देवेभिर्हव्यदातये होतारन्त्वा वृणीमहे यजमानाय सुन्वत अग्ने आग्ने सुवीर्यं वः देवैरासत्सि बर्हिषि समिदानः सहस्रजिदग्ने धर्माणि पुष्यसि देवानां दूत उक्त्यः न्यग्निं जातवेदसं होत्रवाहं यविष्यं ददाता देवमृत्विजं प्रयज्ञ एत्वानुषगद्या देवव्यचस्तमः स्तृणीत बर्हिरासते एदं मरुतो अश्विना मित्र सीदन्तु वरुणः देवासः विशा ओम शान्तिः 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 26 Now Bhagavad Gita, all the three sukhas we have seen. We'll just browse through them once more and then what Bhagavan says in the 40th mantra, let us see. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Shri Gita Sharanam Mama Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Atha Ashtadashodhyayah मोक्ष संन्यास योग नारायण सप्तत्रिंशति अष्टत्रिंशति एकोनचत्वारिंशत् चत्वारिंशत् तम मंत्राः श्लोकाः chant 37 38 39 2 times 48 4 times and let us study that. Om Shri Bhagavanuvac Yattadagre Vishamiva Pariname Amrutopamam Tatsukham Satvikam Proktam Atmabuddhi Prasadajam Yattadagre Vishamiva Pariname Amrutopamam Tatsukham Satvikam Proktam Atmabuddhi Prasadajam. Now the next one. विषयेन्द्रिय संयोगात् यत्तदग्रे मृतोपमं परिणामे विषमिव तत्सुखं राजसंस्मृतं विषयेन्द्रिय संयोगात् यत्तदग्रे अमृतोपमं परिणामे विषमिव तत्सुखं राजसंस्मृतं. नेक्स्ट वन. यदग्रे चानुबन्धे च सुखं मोहनमात्मनः निद्रालस्य प्रमादोत्थं तत्तामसमुदाहृतम्. अगेन. यदग्रे चानुबन्धे च सुखं मोहनमात्मनः निद्रालस्य प्रमादोत्थं तत्तामसमुदाहृतम्. Now the 40th 4 times. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Shri Bhagavanuvacha Natadasti pruthivyam va Natadasti pruthivyam va Natadasti pruthivyam va Natadasti pruthivyam va Divideveshu va punah Divideveshu va punah Divideveshu va punah दिविदेवेषु वा पुनः सत्वं प्रकृतिजैर्मुक्तं सत्वं प्रकृतिजैर्मुक्तं सत्वं प्रकृतिजैर्मुक्तं सत्वं प्रकृतिजैर्मुक्तं यदेभिः स्यात् त्रिभिर्गुणैः यदेभिः स्यात् त्रिभिर्गुणैः यदेभिः स्यात् त्रिभिर्गुणैः यदेभिः स्यात् त्रिभिर्गुणैः. Together, Shri Bhagavanuvacha न तदस्ति पृथिव्यां वा दिवि देवेषु वा पुनः सत्वं प्रकृतिजैर्मुक्तं यथेभि स्यात् त्रिभिर्गुणैः. श्रीभगवानुवाच न तदस्ति पृथिव्यां वा दिवि देवेषु वा पुनः सत्वं प्रकृतिजैर्मुक्तं यथेभि स्यात् त्रिभिर्गुणैः. वेरी वेरी important information है ना. नारायण वासुदेव. First, all the 11 things which are there, three types depending on three gunas. Just list them. Do you remember? Three types of ahara, three types of yajna, three types of dana, three types of tapasya, three types of tyagam, three types of jnanam, three types of karma, three types of karta, three types of buddhi, three types of dhruti, and what yesterday we saw, three types of sukha depending on sattva, rajas, tamas. So what we do makes it that guna wala. Always we have the freedom, though it is sometimes difficult, to change from one to the other. Generally, from good to the bad, it is always easy. From the higher to the lower, it is always easy. From bad to the good, from the lower to the higher alone is little tough and difficult. But we have to go through that. Right, friends? So the three gunas, they are always there. 11 things we saw. In that, the latest one, the three types of sukha. Sattvika sukha is that where agre vishamiva pariname amrutopamam. Then in that sattvika sukha, one special thing is what? It is called Atma Buddhi Prasadajam. Okay. So Atma Buddhi Prasadajam, I explained to you two ways. Hope you remember it. One meaning is what? That Sattvika Sukha is the giver of Atma Sukha. Sattvika Sukha is giver of the Sukha to the Buddhi. Okay. Second meaning is what? Atma Buddhi Prasada means when my Buddhi, Atma means mera. Atma Buddhi means my Buddhi. Prasadajam means what? When it is prasanna, when it is matured, when it is not much under the influence of indriyas and mana, when it is not much under the influence of the vasanas, that time, that Atma Buddhi, when it is in the prasanna sthiti, one really involves and cherishes the sattvika sukha of going through tough situations or tough hard works in the beginning, which give the great result later on. Okay, the dharmika activities, the seva oriented activities, then the spiritual oriented activities, all of them are agre visham pariname amrutam. Who can do that? The one whose buddhi is prasanna, which is not too much bogged up by the bhoga saktis, too much bogged up by the desires. ऐसा ही बंदा आराम से जाकर वो सात्विक सुख को पाता है. मजा है कि नहीं? देख लो, कर सकते हो क्या? Then what is the rajasika sukha? Basically it comes from vishaya indriya sanyoga. And in that agre amrutameva. Atta agre. But pariname agre amrutameva pariname vishamiva. है ना, विषयेन्द्रिय संयोगात यत्तद् अग्रे अमृतोपम परिणामे विषमिव तत्सुखम राजसं स्मृतम. तुम्हारी मर्जी है, choice. Then yesterday we have gone through what is tamasika sukha. See, yat agre cha anubandhe cha atmanah mohanam. That is called tamasik sukha. It makes you deluded. It makes you forget your identity, your duties, your responsibilities, your abilities, your talents, your possibilities of achieving great goals in life. Like, when we go on in that mode of nidra and sleepiness, which is a tamasic sukha, all these possibilities are forgotten. बस सोते रहना like a fellow नहीं buffalo. And this tamasika sukha comes from nidra alasya pramada uttam. निद्रा का आदत, आलस्य लेजीनेस का आदत, not caring to change ourselves, continuing to do the same galtiyan. These three are the tamoguna lakshanas because of which somebody gets habituated to the tamasic sukha of atma mohanam. यदग्रे चानुबंधे च सुखम मोहनमात्मनः. बस सोते रहो. बट अदर्स आर स्टडिंग वेल, पागल हो गए, अच्छा सोना चाहिए, है ना. बट अदर्स आर डूइंग दिस एंड दैट गुड जॉब, लेट देम डू माय जॉब आल्सो, मैं तो सो जाऊंगा. दैट निद्रा सुख, प्रमाद सुख, आलस्य सुख is called as tamasic. The real self anyway it hides even the other individual we are with all our talents, ability, even they are also made to be forgotten by this tamasic sukha. तुम्हारी मर्जी है भैया, पकड़ के रखो, फंस जाओ तो फंस जाओ, धस जाओ तो धस जाओ. So this is how 11 things were discussed depending on three gunas. Now, this entire topic which started from the 17th chapter, है ना, आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः, from there till now, whatever Bhagavan explained, the summary of all of that he says in this shloka number 40. Simple meaning. Okay, it gives a very, very important information to us, necessary information to us. So we have chanted that mantra, meaning we will see now. What Bhagavan says is, Natadasti pruthivyam va divi deveshu va punaha satvam prakriti jair muktam yadebhi syat tribhir gunaihi. So, ebhi tribhir gunaihi मुक्तम सत्वम न तदस्ति पृथिव्याम दिवि वा देवेषु पुनः. So पृथिव्याम on the earth, divi in the dyuloka of devata loka, among the devatas, here on the earth, on human beings, among human beings and otherwise. There is no sattva, there is no thing or being which is free from, without any of these three gunas. है ना. प्रकृति जय ही मुक्तम त्रिभिर गुणै ही. सो त्रिभिर गुणै ही, प्रकृति जय ही त्रिभिर गुणै ही मुक्तम सत्वम न तद अस्ति दिवि देवेषु वा पृथिव्याम वा. So let us take the Prithvi now. On the Prithvi, human beings. On the Prithvi, the trees. On the Prithvi, the animals. On the Prithvi, the birds. And the Prithvi, all the reptiles or such things. On the Prithvi, the insects. These are all living beings. None of them are there which are free from all the three gunas. No. Why? Because they are all the product of the Prakriti only. The Prakriti has three gunas. Therefore, all these things have these three gunas. Then each one expresses depending on which guna is predominant. Not only the living beings, but the non-living things. Let us call them as mountains. Let us call them as the oceans. Let them maybe the rivers. What of them? Even non-living also. They are also of three gunas: sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. Here on the earth, so too in the Swarga. Like if you take the metallurgy, metals, so the gold is sattvic, the silver is rajasic, and the iron is tamasic. मटेरियल में बता रहे हैं. देखो पेड़ों में द तुलसी इज सात्विक, द आम वगैरह ये सब राजसिक है. एंड देन दैट कैक्टस, चुई मुई होता है ना, टच मी नॉट, और द भांग वाले पेड़, ये सारे तामसिक. पेड़ों में इन द एनिमल्स, द काउज एटसेट्रा, दे आर ऑल सात्विक. द लायंस, tigers, they are all rajasic. And our dear friends, the buffaloes, they are called tamasik. Sote हैं बस जानवरों में, isn't it? So even fruits, even in the vegetables, there are three gunatmaka. So the birds also, the koel kaho, tota kaho, they are sattvic, including more. And there are some birds rajasic, the vultures, etc. There are some tamasic birds also. Even the insects maybe, there are three types. त्रिभिर्गुणैः प्रकृतिजैः त्रिभिर्गुणैः मुक्तं सत्वं न तदस्ति पृथिव्याम्. The rivers also, sattvic rivers, rajasic rivers, tamasic rivers. Ocean also can be that. Mountains also, the sattvic mountains, the rajasic mountain, tamasic mountains. है ना, the कैलाश आदि दिव्य माउंटेन तो सात्विक है, कुछ राजसिक है, कुछ तामसिक भी है. So sattva means anything living or non-living, नेम एंड फॉर्म्ड, कुछ भी हो, वो तीन गुणों के बिना नहीं रह सकता. And we have seen all animals, plants, birds, rivers, oceans, even in human beings. That will be the next topic about the human beings. Depending on the gunas only, they are categorized into four varnas of Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and they are given the respective duties with which they evolve and they duly, properly contribute to the world's development. Society's development. Beautiful topic. We'll discuss that tomorrow. But today, this much. The people also, you can see, tamasic people, all दारू पी के सोते रहते हैं. The rajasic people, active, dynamic, and ये करूंगा वो करूंगा वगैरह. Sattvic people, all the wise people like scientists and all, they come in the sattvic category. है ना? So everywhere there is sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. है ना? The sports maybe, chess and all you play, the sattvic sports. And the rajasic sports also are there. तामसिक, द बॉक्सिंग वगैरह सब तामसिक है, इसको एक दूसरे को मारने का होता है. ओके, पृथिव्या, इवन दिवि देवेशु, even in the swarga, among the devatas also, the devatas also sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. In the devaloka, like on the prithvi, the places also are there, sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. Like in any of the town you go, the sattvic places are there like temples. The rajasic places are there like the movie theaters or the eateries, etc. And the playgrounds. The tamasic places also are there where the drinking वगैरह they happen. स्वर्ग में भी जगह भी वैसे हैं. Timings also. The early morning is satvika kala, 3:30 to 7:30, 8:30. From 9 up to evening 4:35, 6, that is called rajasika time. After that it is tamasik. So on the earth also, even in other lokas, yaksha, kinnara, kempurusha, siddha, charana, gandharva loka, deva loka, wherever you go, there you will find the things. Pruthivyam divi deveshu va na tadasti. Sattvam prakriti jair mukta. Okay. Now, as we just now said, in human life, general, especially, we have the chance to fall from the sattvic to the tamasic. तामसिक करते करते जाओ, सात्विक चला जाएगा, you get habituated to the tamasic. Rivers also, you're already in tamoguna things. You can, by involving in sattvic, slowly, slowly can get the sattvic things in us, giving up the tamasic. ये opportunity हमको है. And in them, sattvic is said to be better, harmless to you, harmless to the world. Rajasic is harmful to the world and you. तामसिक भी दोनों को नाश करता है. दोनों को सुख करने वाला सात्विक है, जगत को दुख करने वाला राजसिक है, जगत और हमको दोनों को दुखी करने वाला तामसिक गुण है. This is one point. Second is what? Only in the Paramatma Anubhuti, which we saw in the 14th sloka, that we reach to the Gunatita Sthiti. है ना, गुणानेतान अतीत्य त्रीन देही देह समुद्भवान जन्म मृत्यु जरा दुखै विमुक्त अमृतम अश्नुते. Bhagavan told to Arjuna, become a Gunatita. Then Arjuna asks, what are the linga or chihna to discover or identify the Gunatita Purusha? Then Bhagavan gave Prakasham cha pravrittim cha mohameva cha pandava ityadi ityadi 7-8 slokas about Gunatita Purusha. Gunatita Purusha alone is Mukta Purusha. Everybody within the gunas are bound. But in that also, Sattvic is less binding than Rajasic and Tamasic. More than that, with the Sattva Guna, we can go beyond the three gunas. With Rajo and Tamo Guna, we will be caught up in the Trigunatmika Prakriti, Trigunatmika Maya. These are two important things. Among three gunas, Sattvic is better, 1 point. Second, only in the Anveshana of the Brahma Tattva, we go beyond three gunas and we are Gunatita Mukta Purusha. But other than that, nobody has a choice in this universe to free himself from three gunas. They will be always there. And depending on our past prarabdhas, depending on our antakarana which we brought, one particular thing is predominant in us. We have seen that also in the 14th chapter. Sat, so rajas sattvam tamaschaiva, tamas sattvam rajastada. So the sattva becomes predominant by its suppressing other two. Then the rajas becomes predominant by suppressing other. So to the tamas. Whichever we value that, at that time that will grow, other will get reduced. But again the combination of them. Like I am eating the sattvic food, but again I am seeing the tamasic cinema and I am talking to the rajasic friends on the tamasic topics. No, a सारा admixture होकर a विचित्र personality बनेगा. Food is sattvic, friends are sattvic, study is sattvic, topics, interaction, everything sattvic. My vyaktitva will predominantly become sattvic. If they are rajasic, rajasic. तामसिक तामसिक किसको आप वैल्यू दे रहे हो रजस तमश्चाभिभूय सत्यम भवत सत्वम भवति भारत रजस सत्वम तमश्चैव तमस सत्वम रजस तथा टोटली द चॉइस इज अवर्स तो भगवान विथ दिस ही ऑलमोस्ट कंक्लूड्स दिस टॉपिक न तद अस्ति पृथिव्यां व दिवि देवेषु व पुनः सत्वं प्रकृतिजैः मुक्तम् यत एभिः स्यात् त्रिभिः गुणैः सो प्रकृतिजैः एभिः त्रिभिः गुणैः मुक्तं सत्वं न तदस्ति पृथिव्यां वा दिवि देवेषु वा. There is nothing animate or inanimate on this world or in any other worlds free from these three gunas because they are all made out of the Prakriti. So our job for ourselves and our job for the world is create sattvic, maintain sattvic. That's it. If you don't do so, Rajasic, Tamasic will overpower. Thereafter, nothing but self-destruction only. That's enough today. From tomorrow, we'll see 3 or 4 days. The 4 Varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, how they are formed, and they are there universally everywhere, such human beings, and what are the duties that are given so that they also are benefited, and because of them, the world also benefited. That topic will be discussed. Now, ये सारे बातों को समझना, ये सब हमारे लिए जरूरत है, ऐसा फील करना, फिर उनको प्रैक्टिस करने का प्रयत्न करना, कर पाना, उसमें मास्टरी पाना, उसके कारण लाइफ को इवॉल्व करना, दे ऑल टेक टाइम. And have you become a mechanical engineer just like that by birth? You have done your plus two, then you have done your engineering, then some training. इतना करके आप बन गए ना. Suddenly nobody becomes doctor or chartered accountant or politician overnight. Nobody. In the same way, these spiritual things to sink in us, for us to get convinced about them, and for us to practice them, master them, get benefited by them, takes time. But When you have started, very good. If you don't stop in time, because time never stops, and in time you are doing every day, like we never stopped Gita from last 788 days. तो फिर खत्म हो रहा है कि नहीं? स्टार्ट किया ही नहीं होता तो होता ही नहीं था, और करके रोक दिया तो भी नहीं होता। हमने शुरू किया, रोका नहीं, इसलिए यहां तक हुआ। In the same way, let us start living the life according to Gita. Slowly, the beautiful results will come to us. Right? 40 shlokas are seen, 38 more are there. Tomorrow we'll continue Gita. Let us do some more Chaupai and Doha of Tulsi Ramayana. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Shri Janaki Vallabho Vijayate. Shri Ramacharita Panchama Sopana Sundara Kandaha. So, yesterday we saw same thing. Sumati Kumati Sabake Ura Rahi. Sumati is Sattva Guna. Kumati is Rajotamo Guna. He is there in the heart of everyone. Hey Natha, Purana, Nigama Asakahi. All the Shastras talk about this. Vibhishanji was telling Ravanasura. Then Jaha Sumati, Taha Sampati Nana. Where there is Sumati or Sattva Guna, all types of richnesses, wealths, good qualities, good performances, achievements, successes, prosperities, laurels, names and fames. Wherever Sumati is there, they all will come. Wherever Sattva Guna is there, they all will come. Jaha Sumati Taha Sampati Nana. Contrast is Jaha Kumati. Where there is Kumati is there. The Rajoguna of lust and passions, Tamoguna of the lazinesses and doing the mistakes of Adharma and Papa. Jaha Kumati Taha Vipati Nidana. Continuously, just like when there is Sattaguna and expressed successes and happinesses come, when there are Rajoguna and Tamoguna or the Kumati, there is a continuous saga of failures and miseries and विपत्ति। ये होता है, अब तुम्हारी मर्जी है। Generally we are discussing, but here particularly Vibhishana telling Ravana कि तव उर कुमति बसी विपरीता। Right now in your mati, kumati is predominant. In your heart, the kumati is predominant now. Proof is what? Hita anahita manahu ripu prita manahu। तो हित करने वालों को, उनके उपदेश को अहित मान रहे हो आप, और जो रिपु है उनको मित्र मान रहे हो। तो एनिमी यू आर कंसिडरिंग एज फ्रेंड, फ्रेंड यू आर कंसिडरिंग एज एनिमी, गुड एडवाइस यू आर कंसिडरिंग एज बैड, बैड यू आर कंसिडरिंग एज गुड। दैट शोज दैट कुमति इज प्रिडोमिनेंट इन यू। This is what is happening. My suggestion is this. Vibhishana says, Kala Rati Nisichara Kulakeri Sita. Sita is like a Kala Ratri, the night of death only for the entire Rakshasa Kula, all of us. And to that Sita, you have Tehi Para Preeti Ghaneri. तो हम सब कुल को नाश करने वाले सीता जी के ऊपर आपका प्रीति है। दिस शोस देर इज कुमति इन यू। Sita doesn't do anything directly. You kidnapped her, her husband Rama will come, he will destroy the entire Rakshasas. Rama is great, Rama Patni is Sita great, what you have done is wrong, give her back. All that good words Vibhishanji told, Ravana never listened. Now he is putting it other way, that she is like a Kalaratri to all we the Nishachara Kula, Nishachara Kula. On her you have Preeti. Pagal ho. Therefore, my last request to you, तात चरण गहिमा गऊ राकहु मोर दुलार। I hold your feet and request you, please fulfill my this childlike desire. I am like your son, your brother, so I am asking you, please yield to, pay heed to this Dulara request of me. What is it? Sita Dehu Rama Kahu. To Rama, give back Sita ji. Ahita na hoi tumara. And it's a guarantee that nothing wrong will happen to you. हित ही होगा आपको। सीता जी को वापस करो. So if you don't do that, hita na hoi tumhara, ahita will only happen to you. So in our life also, Sita means anything which we own and try to use it for our bhoga, all of that is the cause of dukkha to us. We have to learn to be happy in serving, in loving, in doing our duties, in our devotion, in our wisdom only. We have to find happiness. If we find happiness in our sense pleasures, in our criminalities, etc., we are destroying ourselves. Sita means lower level of, means Ravana wants Sita for what? Aina? In the same way, if you look at the world with the Rama Buddhi, we are safe. If you see the world with the Bhoga Buddhi, we are destroyed. So have that devotional feeling towards Mother Sita. Then you are safe. Give her back to Sri Rama. So to whatever the upadhis we have, possessions we have, all of that is like Sita ji, return back. If you don't return your Ravana, you will be beaten red and blue and all colors by Ravana. So in this way, Dulara, humble request, Vibhishana has done. Now, what is Ravana's response? Let us chant this Doha Chaupais after the 40th Doha. Om Tata Charana Gahu Rakahu Mora Dular Sita Dehu Rama Kahu Ahitan Hoi Tumhar Buddha Purana Shruti Sammata Bani कहीं विभीषण नीति बखानी सुनत दसानन उठार साई खल तो ही निकट मृत्यु अब आई जियसि सदा सट मोर जियाव रिपुकर पच्छ मूढ़ तो ही भाव कहसि न खल अस को जग माहि भुज बल जाहि जिता मैं नाही मम पुर बसि तपसि न पर प्रीति सट मिलु जाई तिनहि कहु नीति अस कही कीन है से चरण प्रहार अनुजग हे पद बारहि बारा उमा संत कई विहई बड़ाई मंद करत जो करई भलाई तुम पितु सरिस भले ही मोहि मारा राम भजे हित नाथ तुम्हारा सचिव संग लई नभ पथ गयऊ सब ही सुनाई कहत अस भयऊ सचिव संग लई नभ पथ गयऊ सब ही सुनाई कहत अस भयऊ राम सत्य संकल्प प्रभु सभा काल बस तोरी मैं रघुबीर शरण अब जाऊं देहु जनि खोरी सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. सो तुलसीदास जी कहते हैं कि बुध पुराण श्रुति सम्मत बाणी कही विभीषण नीति बखानी. तो विभीषण told very beautiful niti vakyas to Ravana, which have the authority of Buddha, the wise people, Purana, all our Purana Shastras, Shruti means our Shruti Shastras. तो श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास and संत महात्माओं का सम्मत, authorized by them, sanctioned by them, said by them, those words of niti, values, virtues, practices, Vibhishana told to Ravana. But the Ravana's mind is so much overpowered by the desire and arrogance, ahankar and kamana, that instead of listening, accepting, thanking a brother, using that knowledge, really returning Mother Sita, becoming safe himself and the entire Rakshasas, he totally reacted only. कहते हैं सुनत दशानन उठा रिसाई. Listening to all these words with so much anger, Ravana got up from his simhasana. Okay. Hmm. Then khala tohi nikata mrityu aba ai. With so much anger to his own younger brother, who is so sadhu, sattvic, noble, he says, Mrityu has come near to you. You are just facing the death. You will die only now. तुम्हारे मृत्यु पास आ गई है. See, अपने भाई जो इतना सुंदर गुण वाला है, but this person, when he is overpowered by the desires and arrogance, he won't recognize the goodness and the good people. So मृत्यु निकट आई. Same he said to Hanuman ji also. Hanuman said, उलट हो ही कहता हनुमाना. है ना, तेरा मृत्यु आई. हनुमान जी तो राम पक्ष. अभी विभीषण गए नहीं ना राम जी के पास. अब जाने के बाद वो रावण के मृत्यु को वो भी हेल्प करेंगे राम जी को. So Ravana says, Mrityu has approached to you, hey Vibhishana. And Jiyasi Sada Sata Morajiyava. You are alive because of the arms I throw at you. I am allowing you to be alive. You are staying in my kingdom. I am giving you the place to stay, food to eat, clothes to wear. You are living because of me in my Rajya. But Pitukara Pacha Muda Tohi Bhava. And to you, the Muda stupid, you are liking to take the sides of our, what do you call, Ripukara, enemy, eating my food and supporting the enemies. So for him, Rama is enemy, Ravana के लिए. But Vibhishan to साक्षात भगवान है विभीषण के लिए. So Ravana says, you are eating food thrown by me and you are taking the sides of the enemies. Then he asks, Kahasina khalasa ko jagamahi bhujabala jaha jita amainahi. You tell, a dushta Vibhishana, that whom I have not conquered in this whole world with my bhujabala. You are weakening me. Is there anybody whom I have not defeated? Then Mama Purabasi, Tapasina Parapriti. You are staying in my Pura Lanka and you have love for tapaswins who are in the jungle. That's Rama Lakshmana. Satamilu Jai, Tinai Kauniti. You go and meet them and all your Niti Vakya, you go and tell those Rama and Lakshmana in the jungle, not to me. Asakahi. Having said like that, the Vibhishana was at the feet of Ravana telling all this. Then Ravana ne कीन ऐसी चरण प्रहारा. से विभीषण को अपने भाई को शुद्ध सत्वगुण वाला लात मारा रावण ने. चरण प्रहार मीन्स किकिंग विद द फुट. एंड देन अनुज गहे पद बारहि बारा. But again and again Vibhishana was holding only the feet of Ravana, requesting him barba. At this moment, 1 minute, Bhagwan Shivji stops telling the continuation of story and tells Parvati. Shiva Parvati Samvad bhi hai. Tulsi Ramayana, like it is Kagabusundi Garuda Samvad, Shiva Parvati Samvad, Yagnavalkya Bharadwaj Samvad, Tulsidas ji and all of us. Char ghat hai na Ramacharit Manas Sarovar ke. So there in one ghat, Shivji Rukkar Parvati says, this is the glory of Santa, that how much ever he is insulted, but he only tries to do good and tries to do good and tries to do good only. Uma, Santa kai ihai badai. This is the holiness of the holy people. Ki manda karat jo karai balai. More the others are humiliating, insulting, still he does bhalai only. He will never do the burai. This is what Shivji says. Then Vibhishana says, you are like father, you may kick me and all of that, never mind. But I am telling you once more, give back Sitaji. Having said so, now Vibhishanji with his 4 mantris tells all of them, I am leaving now. Your whole sabha of the Ravana, you are going in a wrong direction, inviting your own problem. For your suffering and for me leaving you and going to Rama, don't blame me. Later on, it is you who are responsible. I thought tried my best. Having said so, Vibhishanji takes off towards Sri Ramji, crosses that ocean. And that Sri Vibhishana and Rama Milana and the Samvada between them for next 10-12 dohas, another delight for us, another tasty subject study for us. We'll see that tomorrow. Om दुर्जन सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जन शांति माप्नुयात् शांतो मुच्येत वन्देभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्महामृतं गमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो परम ऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। तत्सद्ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु। बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। गीता माता की जय। वेदव्यास भगवान की जय। रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। रामायण महाशास्त्र की जय। वाल्मीकि भगवान की जय। तुलसीदास भगवान की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। आज के आनंद की जय। नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हर। सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद। जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय राम राम। अम्बे अम्बे श्री आदिपराशक्ति माता की जय। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक मुमुक्षु मुक्त गण की जय। भारत माता की जय। सनातन धर्म की जय। वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय। अध्यात्म जीवन विधान की जय। समस्त युवा मंडली की जय। सी यू टुमारो। थैंक यू।